I'm back after a week off. It was Thanksgiving and I decided that I was going to spend it with my beautiful family and not do a video at all. So thank you for your patience. I am back and I am going to share with you guys without further ado, because I've had it on my head for a few weeks now, my stage 2 of burgundy to blonde. So I say stage 2 because it is about a 4-stage process. I mean, stage 3 I think is gonna be like pretty close to perfect, but stage 4 I think is just gonna get it all the way to the picture I've taken in and what I've asked for. So I am going to share with you guys a couple of tips and tricks because I have a new stylist. My previous stylist, Emma, to totally adore, she has been picked up to do hair for some Netflix stuff. So she is out of the salon for 6 months. I have been transferred over to a wonderful young lady. She is also blonde, which I feel is really important when going blonde because they get it. They know about the shades, they know it's very personal when choosing a shade, and if you don't get that shade, it can be a little bit stressful actually, because you're paying all this money and you're taking all this time, and if you don't get the end result you're looking for, it feels like a waste. So anyways, I really do like her. Lovely personality. I mean, when you're going blonde, you're in that chair for 4.5 hours sometimes. So you have to get along with the person who's spending that kind of time with you for sure. But she's given me a couple of really great tips, which I do want to share with you guys. Let's start with what I got underneath here. Perfect. I went a lot shorter. It is a little on the yellow side. I would say I'm definitely looking for the next appointment to go a little ashier, of course a little lighter as well. But like I've said 1,000,000 times in the last couple of videos, it's a process and it takes time. You have to be strong-willed to go through this process. A couple of tips that I did get from my stylist was that once you do the very first session, yes, your hair is quite brittle, dry, it's got a lot of proteins out of it. You really do need to take a lot of care with it, which I totally did. I went in for a few different hot oils and I was using a protein treatment and as well a moisture treatment. The second session, even though they're making it lighter, it's actually not as damaging as the first time. Because apparently once you get it to that level, that first level, they're not taking quite as much out of the hair strand, so it's not as damaging. So I was quite surprised. So she said to me, if you're using your protein treatment twice a week, you need to slow down on that. She said it doesn't need quite as much protein treatment in. Here's the really tricky part about a protein treatment. If you use it too much, you have a more brittle strand, so it's likely to bust off even easier. Totally news to me. So she said you really want to do it maybe once a week, but you got to kind of keep an eye on how your hair is behaving. And moisture, 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 moisture. So make sure that you're getting that moisture in there. That's the number one priority, because again, that takes that brittle strand and makes it more malleable. It's definitely giving it a little bit more of that spring to it. So that's one of the things that I thought was quite surprising. And you know what? She was totally right. This round, my hair isn't as damaged. I'm also really happy that I get to use the dry shampoo. So back when I was a brunette or the burgundy colors, I didn't have that option. Unfortunately, it makes your hair look kind of like dull and kind of whitish gray on it. It's very strange looking, so you just don't get that option. You have to wash your hair a little bit more. So I'm actually on day 5 love this haircut too. Day 5, because the first day I wash it, the second day I curl it, the third day I recurl it, the fourth day I recurl it, and the 5th day I recurl it. So it seems to work really good. It actually starts to look better and better and better as I keep recurling it. Tip number 2, very important when recurling or curling your hair, and we've talked about this before, Dyson video, if you guys remember.
No amount of beautiful tools that you use are going to help your hair if you're not using the right products.
Anytime I go in with my dry hair, I utilize this heat protector. So it's a little spray. I spray and then I do my heat tools. I don't hold my tool on. This is actually what I use. I don't hold this on my hair that long. I just wrap it and pull it through. So it's just kind of giving that little bit of body, a little bit of curl. It's sort of keeping the ends a little bit less curled. And yeah, it works really good. So I try not to hold my heat tools on too long. Tip number 3. I've got a couple of purple shampoos. So you guys know me well. I love my Kevin Murphy, and not often will I say I like something better than a Kevin Murphy, but I do. So thank you, Alicia. Alicia, my girlfriend, is also a blonde. She is a much lighter blonde than I, and she uses this milkshake. So I actually tried it out of hers when we were up in Kelowna on our trip, and it worked like a hot damn. So I went and got myself some of this, and I haven't used it yet. I have been trying to finish up this guy. It's not even close to being finished, so I thought, okay, whatever, I'll just have to. And this one is so strong. So if you're getting any of that brassy in your hair after a few weeks after it's been done, which is pretty typical, just water and pollution and all that kind of stuff is gonna make it a little bit brassy. You just throw this puppy on, and you can leave it between 2 minutes, depending on how light you are. I wouldn't leave it on for 10. So if you're super, super platinum, it will make your hair purpley gray if you leave it on too long. So you kind of have to find your sweet spot. Of course, just takes a few tries. And I'm about 5 minutes. 5 minutes for this puppy works like a charm. I mean, if you go too long, it washes out anyway. It's not a big deal. But if you are going somewhere special, I wouldn't recommend leaving it on like super long. I would do that if you're like, you know, who cares? Doesn't matter for the next couple of days. You can wash it out. So that is the other tip I have for you guys. Purple shampoo, so important. And if you guys didn't know, there's actually a thing called blue shampoo. News to me. I thought all purple shampoos were the same. No, they are not. You've got 2 different tones. So you've got purple, which is good for my hair, the yellow kind of color, that brassy. And then you've got blue shampoo. So blue shampoo is used for someone who has more of that orange tone to their hair. So the blue will counteract the orange, and it will of course take that color out a little bit and tone it into more of the shade that you hopefully prefer. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, or I wanted to show you guys, not tell you guys, I'm gonna show you guys my little bit of upgrade that I did to the laundry room. So a few videos ago, I did a laundry room makeover, and I just wasn't happy with a few of the things kind of there, the cohesiveness. So like always, whenever I decorate, it takes me a couple of tries to get exactly what I like, and I have it now. So I'm gonna share you guys a photo right up here. So I did add a basket, I added a lint container, I also changed out some of the stuff on the shelves. The original was too small. So the things on the shelves just didn't look right. They were too miniature. So I upgraded to something a little larger and it seems to look a lot more cohesive. So I'm really happy with the end result. I hope I'm helping you guys go through a process that you are considering doing, going from a darker color to a blonde. And I hope sort of what I'm going through helps you understand that it's just not a one-time deal. It's going to be a little bit of a process, but I have got another appointment November 15th. I am going to get this a little closer to what I'm looking for. So of course I will film that, let you guys know how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy a wonderful week and I will see you next weekend. Bye guys.